What's crap? Um, what's happening? Man, I was watching this video about how basically that Tesla was he was a channeler. He was a medium. He believed in this Zoroastrian philosophy, religion. And if you look at what the Zoroaster thing is, it shows you the disc with the wings on it, which that leads you back to the Sumerians and the Anunnaki. Even though I think the Anunnaki doctrines that come from Stitchin are heavily doctored to present it a certain way to make it look like evolution, but not Darwinistic evolution, but transpermia evolution, where something came here, seeded man, and that's what turned us from monkeys into men, and there's your connection. So, like Stitchin was a Mason. Here's the oath of the Masons, of the Zionists, of the Catholics, the Jesuits. Every single one of their secret oaths is to overthrow Christianity. Not even, because Christianity is just a title that it's like, oh, if that's what you call me, I'll accept that title. But it's really not. Christians were never called Christians by themselves. It was the title that other people gave them. Oh, remember them guys always talking about Christ, so they're Christians. That's where that comes from. So look, have I been called a Christian? Did I even think I was a Christian? Yeah. But I wasn't privy to the fact that this isn't a title that came from Jesus. This isn't a title that came from the Bible. It was put in the Bible, but it says this is when they began to call them Christians. They, the people out, the governments, the other religions, the idol builders, the builders of the temples of Dianas and Apollos and Zeuses, these people, they are the ones who named Christians. Because it's like this. Anyone, you got to put a title on something that you see. You that's just what you do. So what are you speaking about? What's that related to? Just like, look, since it's like truth, the truthers. You know what I'm saying? It's because we are out here on a search for the truth, and it's a very difficult, dangerous, only intellectually, somewhat, and spiritually, even though it might be hard, but it's rewarding. You know what I'm saying? It's rewarding to, once you get some things, like say you've been trying to do this so hard, you know what I'm saying? You've been basically lashing yourself, but then you come and you find the truth is like, look, you don't need to lash yourself. You know what I'm saying? To prove that you are legit. You know what I'm saying? And there's many ways they convince us to build pyramids. You know what I'm saying? In a hypothetical sense. You know what I'm saying? We build our own pyramid, our own tomb, and then after we upon completion, there's no way for us to get out of this tomb. I mean, basically, in this flesh here. But anyway, back to Tesla, man. He channeled spirits. I mean, and so look at all the things this man accomplished. Though he was hijacked, blackballed, and shut down because of Edison, and it's just like right now, the reason they won't grow hemp is because it would cause too much competition in the cotton industry. You know what I'm saying? And what was the cotton industry built upon? Slavery, Jewish slavery, the Jewish slave trade, because I mean that's who did it. Sorry, that's who did it. It's what the historical documents say. Whether they did it themselves or they owned the companies that did it, and the boats, and the plantations, and the markets that they sold them in. It was the same people, man. So then here's another thing. You got Albert Einstein, same fucking thing. Who was his favorite book? Isis Unveiled by Blavatsky. And it's like Blavatsky was a literate mystic, but she learned how to channel. She channeled beings. and they dictated to her information, and she wrote it down, and she is very renowned in the New Age, in the occult. Lucifer magazine at the UN. It's called Lucis Trust now, but they all are Luciferian, and this comes straight from channeled information. That, like, I think some people call it the Akashic records. The immediate atmosphere outside of the Earth supposedly has information floating around, and we got something out there right now called the cloud, but it's like basically a interconnected web of information shooting around from satellites to towers and etc. But there's another channeler, you know what I'm saying? Blavatsky, you know what I'm saying? Straight up evil woman, and I mean, so many people are deceived by this person. Okay, so you got Tesla, which advanced things. Einstein, very advanced shit, dude. Fucking atomic bombs, dude. You know, it's Blavatsky. I mean, basically, very smart. Connected a lot of dots. She really proved about the Mystery Babylon religion and showed you how connected it was. I'm not a big fan. I ain't really studied into her too deep, because I know if I see that the fruit is evil, I know the tree is evil, the root was evil. Period. You know what I'm saying? They're the ones that keep saying, the Theosophists say that they're before Agenda 21, 90%'s got to die. They already had it dictated to them from fallen angels, and I mean, this is the reason why these people went and sought out these desolate wilderness places, because supposedly in Enoch, the angels, which taught man all these evils and made hybrids, the judgment was God had to basically have them imprisoned by the angels. The good angels went and took them in these remote places where man cannot get to. But these things, angels are different than man. They can communicate, like I'm talking to this screen right here. They can remotely communicate with people. You know what I'm saying? If you know how to access the realms, the dimensions which they're in. Einstein was aware of this. Tesla was aware of this. Blavatsky was aware of this. You got Aleister Crowley. This guy said he got the book of the law channeled to him, or to his wife, and then he wrote it. Sounds a lot like Mohammed. Mohammed had this being talk to him. The woman, the Vatican nun, you know what I'm saying, probably spy, the Vatican spy that helped him write the Quran, they had something channeled to them. You know what I'm saying? And it says in the Bible, if any angel teach you any doctrine contrary to this, let him be accursed. It's not of God. The first thing an angel of God always does, people always fall down and start to worship him. And the angel says, no, do not worship me. Stand up. I'm sent from God. Do not be afraid. So if an angel comes and says, yes, I'm an angel, and it gives you its name, but it should declare to you if it's of God or not. If it truly is a God angel, or the God's angel, it's gonna never take worship nor credit. It's always gonna give the glory back to God, always. But these other ones, they have an ulterior motive. They're trapped. They need out. They're in the, so the only way they can still interact and have control is through people to seek them, and then they tap into these alternate dimensions or states of mind where they can receive these informations. Anyway, yeah. Then there's Crowley, and then the picture he drew of the angel looked like a reptilianoid gray. You know what I'm saying? The big head. You know what I'm saying? Weird, but it had more human-looking eyes and reptilian-looking skin. It looked like Piccolo on Dragon Ball Z. So here's a bunch of famous motherfuckers, dude. Like, look, they are revered famous motherfuckers, dude, in the occult circles. And they all talk about channeling these information, these entities, that this information's out there. They can access it. And always dictates to them a different version of the New World Order. There's something called an archon, and supposedly over every nation, every continent, there's a chief angel, fallen angel. that it's the kingdom of hell. You know what I'm saying? They're out here. So I mean, this is sound. It's like when it talks about in the book of Daniel, it says the prince of Persia withheld the Michael, or the archangel Michael. The prince of Persia was the archon of Persia. You know what I'm saying? And he was known as a prince. Hell has princes and kings and, you know, or generals and whatnot. It's a kingdom. It's very, you know, but there's just multiple examples. Then you got Ron L. Hubbard, you got Jack Parsons, and Crowley. You know what I'm saying? There's a Crowley connection between L. Ron Hubbard, Jack Parsons, but Jack Parsons, L. Ron Hubbard did something called the Great Babylonian Working, where they tried to make a golem, a body that could inhabit these fallen beings, these entities, and they did it during the H-bomb testing. You know what I'm saying? They did this big ritual, blew this thing up, had this big thing in the middle of it, and they tried to infuse the energy in there. And basically, what they said, they called it was the Whore of Babylon. He said he saw the Whore of Babylon step through a gate. So, I mean, it's funny, you know. You got, you know, that all these famous people, man, all these occultists, man, they're all saying the same fucking thing. But yet, if I tell you, yeah, I believe in angels, I believe in aliens, I believe in ghosts, I am fucking insane. I can't distinguish between fact and fantasy. You know what I'm saying? I must be on peyote ceremony. I need to lay off the drugs. Oh, I must be schizophrenic. You know what I'm saying? I'm having the same delusion as all those other people are. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, okay. But yeah, that's basically the strategies that they use. And what did L. Ron Hubbard do? He made Scientology. What do they believe? There's some fucking alien came in a volcano in a ship and started some chain reaction. And man, now you owe Zorro off or something your soul for 100,000 years. You know what I'm saying? Same old lie, man. Same old lies, dude. Craziness, dude. Fucking. And then it comes to find out that Scientology is based off the Hubbard interrogation manual, and it's just a cult. You know what I'm saying? It's a UFO cult. I mean, a lot of these alternate religions actually are UFO cults, ancient UFO cults. It's just the terminologies were different then than they are now. Now we actually have more testimonies and experiences of things falling out of the sky. Like it says in Enoch, again, it says that the fallen angels fell like stars from heaven before they came. So a lot of these things we see falling through the atmosphere, ships, orbs, things of that nature. What are they? Maybe, you know, the angels. When Crowley shows you that an angel in his depiction looked like a gray. So I mean, Tesla's channeling, Blavasky's channeling, Einstein's channeling. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy. And then people try to say that people that understand this or that read their shit and just regurgitate it to you were crazy. It's like, I don't believe what they said. No, I do believe it, but I'm not the one who wrote it. I'm not the one who discovered it. I'm just saying it rings true to me because I've seen things myself. I'm like, sometimes it seems like people channel or they become mediums and conduits. They don't know it. Like, look, when you have so much anger, your guard's down. Things can come in and influence you to make even worse decisions at that moment. You know what I'm saying? Same thing. There's many ways they can get in by you letting your guard down. I mean, it's either through your emotions. If your emotions are dead, they'll somehow appeal to your knowledge. I mean, the root word for demon is knowledge or intelligence. And it's knowledge or intelligence that is from somewhere outside the brain. It's not originating from you. It's from another source. You're just a conduit. You're a channel. You're an open door for them to speak through. You know what I'm saying? It's things to think about.